Knowledge is power. I think it's something that many of us have been told by many self-improvement books and YouTube channels maybe. But I think this whole idea of knowledge is power is wrong. Why? Because you can store all the knowledge you want actually, but if you don't use it, you won't get any power from it, you won't get anything from it actually. So I think many of us, and especially me, I've been really into self-improvement for a few years now, and many times we fall into the trap of all these self-improvement books, podcasts, YouTube channels, where we just go and consume the content. Actually, the act of consumption is something that gives us the accomplishment, the false notion that we actually do something to change our lives, to achieve our goals. And you catch yourself just going through the book, maybe not even finishing it, buying a new one, and the cycle continues, and the actual improvement in your life doesn't occur, or maybe it's not on the level it could be if you'd actually implement the knowledge you gained through going through this material. And actually I've had many books where I had an opinion that the book isn't actually that good as others described it. Why? Because I simply didn't implement the ideas described there, and I think that's the most important stuff. The simplest ideas we read in these books, when implemented into our lives, they could actually lead to massive changes, and we don't do it. It's something. It's something that I think it's a curse. It's a curse that many of us suffer under, especially if you're into self-improvement. It should be like, I pick up a book, I change my life, and that's actually it. I think that there are some issues where one book, even one idea from a book, could actually change your life to such a level that you wouldn't even think about maybe improving it on such a scale. We go through our lives, especially now, where we spend a lot of time isolated in our rooms, devoid of relationships, and we struggle. We search for ways out, and I think the ways out, the ideas, the notions to actually improve our lives, they aren't so complicated as we think. We search for those golden grails. We search for these massive ideas that will actually turn our life around. But most of the ideas, the tasks that we should complete are very simple, but maybe we don't understand them, because there's a difference when you just know about an idea. You can actually describe it, but you don't have the feeling, like the how would I call it, and the actual background, like something that would actually bring the idea to life. Experiences, ideas, our own thoughts that could actually lead to understand an idea more. And I think we lack it. You go through books, through podcasts, through all this stuff, you get those ideas thrown into your face, and they are just too plain. They don't have the necessary background to actually be understood by your brain. I think that's also an issue here. So if you collect knowledge and don't implement it, it doesn't have no value. It's just like you go and you want to be a mechanic or something like this. You learn about it, the whole theory, but you don't go and you don't do it. Like, why would you do this? This doesn't have any sense, actually. And I think many of us do this. That's why you hear about the issues with self-improvement books, like this book. It isn't so good as others described it. But actually, if we would take the idea, implement it into our lives, then this book would have the worth that we search for. That's a massive issue, I think, not only for us nowadays, but also for the people that came before us. I think that's just an issue, a problem that humanity faces, I think. So in order to improve, we should collect the knowledge, implement it, and the circle goes around. Collect more knowledge, implement it, and our lives will simply improve. Simply or not simply.